You're back. Yeah, we were waiting for you to start with a little presentation so more people know what's going on and more people can spread the word.
Right. Sorry, I was out for lunch. I had to just help my mom with lunchtime. So yeah, I'm back now.
No worries. Thank you. Thank you that you come back. Okay, we can maybe start. And you can anytime. Okay, yeah.
Zvezdana.
Yes.
Some people wanted to have a round of who's there.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Thank you, Clementine.
No problem.
So, yeah, we can start to get to know a little bit about every one of us. So maybe Julia, she was the one who proposed it. Or you want to start?
Okay, yes. So for everyone who does not know me or can't remember, or I was part of the Oikos Vienna group, and now I'm alumni, and I live in Berlin. And I studied sustainability management, and I'm happy to be now also in sustainability services with PwC. Yes, so that's the field where we are in a lot of impact measurement and climate risks and trying to push that to the companies. And I see it's getting better and better. And now, as I'm more settled in a full-time job, what was very difficult also after being student, I have to admit, now I'm happy to reconnect again more with the oikos alumni network and contribute again.
You can name somebody else.
Okay, Fanny.
Yeah. So yeah, I was in Oikos Lille from 2015 to 2017, I think. And then I finished my studies in Helsinki, where I tried to revive the chapter there. And then last year I finished my studies, and now I'm a sustainability consultant for a firm in Paris, but I live in Lyon. Yeah, and I've been quite involved in the alumni and international oikos community the past 2 years, but now with a full-time job that is really full-time, it's getting harder to keep up in the working group. So I've been it's been 3 or 4 months since I've been really active in working groups, and I'm not sure I will be able to join back in really active weekly calls and stuff like that. Benoit, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody who doesn't know you yet?
Mm-hmm. So hi guys, I'm Ben from Brussels. I think I became an alumni 6 months ago. I became an alumni from Brussels about 2 years ago, I think, but I got involved in Oikos International. And now I work also full-time in Brussels, already a bit more than a year. And I work in a consulting company, very small, that is specialized in economic transition, with a focus on what is the human perspective and mindset that is required to make the change. Because the tools are great, but you also need the mindset. You need a bit of both. That's what I'm doing, and I'm still quite involved. Yeah, it just gives me energy to be, with alumni, like-minded people. It's inspiring, and I think it's great to actually increase your impact in your career. So yeah, and I give the floor to Ritika.
Hey, thank you. Can you all hear me? Okay. Good. So I'm based in Delhi now, but I was at Lund University when I was a part of the oikos community there. I was the vice president for a while, and then I moved from to Sweden to Germany, and I was in touch with a lot of people individually over Facebook and everything. And when I came back to India, I met Clementine in Delhi for a small Indian alumni gathering. And that was my introduction to what the alumni world of oikos is. And right now I'm looking after the Asia region as well, along with Arthur, who's been helping with reconnecting with everyone here. And yeah, I think my best memories are from the spring meeting, which happened in Hamburg in 2017. And I hope to connect and learn more in the future meetings as well. Thanks. I think I will give the floor to Levan.
Thank you. Yeah, I joined oikos in 2010. Then I did so many, I was chapter founder, then oikos international board, then oikos international president, and then I stepped down. Yeah, that happened almost 1.5 years ago. After that, now I'm into entrepreneurship a lot. I'm working for Georgia's Innovation Technology Agency, which is governmental agency. I work for the World Bank project, which is to find innovation which will save the world, and then invest in this in these innovations, and then commercialize around the globe. I'm working closely with the World Bank headquarters in Washington DC, a lot with French office in the World Bank. But this is my day job. But also, I started a platform called sustainability.g in Georgia. So we are very much promoting sustainability in Georgia, but also in Georgian language, because sometimes the word might be confusing for Georgian language. So this is basically what I'm doing right now. And also for oikos, I'm kind of supporting the team to mobilize Central and Eastern European chapters. So I'm kind of the regional facilitator. That was something I was asked by Sophia and then Arthur this year. Yeah, Zvezdana.
Thank you, Levan. So I was a member of Oikos Belgrade. I was there from the start when we found Oikos Belgrade. And I was member for 1 year, became a president, organized spring meeting, and that's what gave me idea to go for the Oikos International. So currently I'm in charge of alumni domain in Oikos International Board. I'm studying international relations. This is gonna be my last year of studies. I'm thinking about where to do my master's, but this situation is kind of hard on that, so don't know what to do yet. And yeah, that's a quick intro from me. What about you, Clem? Everybody knows you.
Yeah, well, not sure. So I am Clementine. I am from Reims, or Reims, according to how you want to pronounce it. Oikos in France, and then met Ritika in India when working for Oikos in India, and now Oikos president, Oikos international president, and I'm based in Switzerland, and finishing end of November this year with the new president taking over from October this year. And I guess that's about it.
Okay, thank you, Clem. So we can get to the presentation, a little bit what's going on. If you have any question in any time, just interrupt me. We can speak a little bit about that so you don't forget, or to add value in a moment. I'll start to share. Yeah. Can you see my screen? Yeah, just a second. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So that's something I would say a little bit new, because we established that when 2 years ago, when Levin was going out as a president, we established what our mission and what our vision is. So our mission is to transform economics and management education by empowering students, agents, raising awareness for sustainability opportunities and challenges and build institutional support for curricular reform. And our vision is economics and management education purpose for a sustainable world. That's something we had to put in wording and to make sure that everybody knows that. We also concluded and embedded our values when it goes with respect, integrity, accountability, and openness. It's really important for alumni also when it comes to accountability, openness, integrity, and respect. So it adds values to all the perspectives oikos is doing, and that's something we established 2 years ago. I would say announced to everybody. We also want to share a principle that oikos also established, I would say 1 year or 2 years ago, that is any alumni initiative that share the oikos values and mission is supported by oikos International. So if everything is overlapping, any of your initiative can be supported by oikos International, and you just have to contact oikos International, me, and we will make sure that we can find the best way to support your initiative and to do something that you think is really valuable and can be good for the community. And this is our structure. So there are you also, alumni. I'm sorry. Everything is based upon individual members that are creating the chapters, and they are chapter members. They are electing, as you already know, you were in oikos, they are electing representatives that create a legislative assembly that elect board members and president. And when it comes to the board members, every board member has their working group. So that's something you can become part of. And in this moment, Levin is a part of regional volunteer of working group for chapter development. So he's doing his part in a working group. You can do also. There are different kinds of working groups, and it's really important for you to join them or to just, there's a time-wise for every function in the working group, and you can see how much time there is needed for you to give to the working group. And it can be from 3 hours to 1 hour per week, or just 1 hour per month. It depends. So we wanted to think about your working schedule in that way and to make it easier. And we want to hear your opinion, because you were there and you were there for a long time. And when it comes to the alumni, they are connected to the board. They can do things for the working group. They can become also volunteers of the management team. They can be volunteers for the working group, and they can be in helping their regional chapters, local chapters, with advising, or just being part of advisory board or something like that. And we have also a management team that's for the operational aspects of oikos International. President is there to coordinate board members, management team, making sure everything's going right according to mission and vision of oikos and the values. And also we have advisory council. We meet with advisory council once a month, and without partners we wouldn't do anything. So we have financial and non-financial partners, and we also have academy students. So that's about the structure. If you have any question, you can ask, but you were there, so basically you went through almost every step.
May I ask something regarding structure?
Yeah.
If it's possible. Because when we did that, that was very theoretical, but I would just wonder how actually it worked, and how, like, if the advisory council, what is in place, actually worked. What do you think, like, how actually, when it comes to implementation, it worked, and if you are happy, and what challenges you faced? Maybe you elaborate a bit later, because I remember when we worked on that, it was also a lot of people involved, definitely from a lot of region, alumni, advisors, but mostly it was like some vision we wanted, right? But you guys actually implemented, so it would be great to hear how that went.
Yeah,
If you
maybe,
want right now, if you want later, but that was just a question.
of course, maybe Clem can add something to that. I know the basics and how we work, and I can say that from my point of view of a board member, I think we have good connection, and we have good communication with advisory council for now. But when it comes to the meetings, when it comes to letting know what's going on in oikos, but maybe Clem can say more how it works.
Yeah, so first I wanted to say that the vision and mission was done under Levan mandate, not ours. We just took that over because we felt that it was really, really good. And then from there, we implemented the structure that had been designed by Levan and the board at the time. It was not an easy process, so we started last year to make that work. The hardest part was not to work that way, but more to inform people that they could join working groups and what was a working group, or to find advisors, etc., and how a board and management team would work very, very closely, even more closely than before, together. So it was more, and how to link that with all the chapter activities and members. So I think that was the main challenge that we were facing last year. This year's the second year with this. It's so now people get to know or the structure better, understand the opportunities for them to be part of the different part of it. So it's getting easier, definitely, and it's definitely super useful. As I mentioned during the Legislative Assembly, having those working groups, etc., really helped oikos to do more work and to make sure that the work done is also spread in the community more, because more people from the community are involved. And I think that was also one of the goals with this new structure. And regarding the advisory council, yes, we still need more advisors, so we're still looking for some advisors. It's not full yet, but those we have are very very active and very supportive, and especially, for example, this month, like last month in March, we needed to have some advice on some matches linked to the new situation, etc., and they were very much reactive, always there to support and give some advice. So I guess the structure was a good move to go to that structure. We still, I guess, we always can improve. we can still do better, but we're on the right path, I think. I don't know if I'm answering your question, Levan.
Many thanks. Yeah, very much. Thank you. Thank you, Clementine. And thank you so much for implementing this. That was, I'm sure, a lot of work, and good job. Good job.
Thank you, Clementine. Thank you, Levan, for the question. Is anybody else wants to ask something for now? Okay, perfect. We can go with the next thing. This is currently what our of January oikos map looks like. We have new chapter in accession, Lisbon, Hong Kong, Helsinki, Rabat, Bangalore. So that's great. We are spreading. This is the current oikos International board members. Mike, I don't know if you know him, Mike for the fundraise and finance, Sophie, organizational development, Asif, communication and marketing, Paula, program development, Arthur Maria, chapter matters, Luisa for strategy, of course our president, Clementine, and me for the alumni domain. This is our current management team of oikos International. Some of them are employees, some of them are volunteers. That's amazing. We have full support from everybody. This is something new that we have Alexandra for the program manager, Lenka from curricular strategy manager. Stefan is the new one from this year for communication. Juliana also joined us, I think, the same time when Stefan for the case program manager. Also, we have Jay Christopher for curricular research, international president Clementine. We have Adriana. She's been with us for a long, leadership development manager and coach. Also, the new guys are Marcelo. He's a leadership and sustainability fellow, and we have assistant to oikos International president, and that's Gregory. That's something that happened really, I think, a few weeks ago for the Gregory. He joined our team. If Clem maybe wants to add something, or you have some questions. Okay, we can go to the advisory council for right now. This is how it looks, and these are the people: Ankit, Jonas, Sophia, and Mark. Right now, we are looking for more advisors, and I also asked the question in the groups: if you know somebody that could be a really good for the Oikos International, you can propose, and we can contact them. Because we are trying to find more advisors. These are the partners of oikos, and I can ask Clem to say more if you have any questions right now. In the presentation will also be available via link, so if you want to check out the partners of oikos, you can write us to have more information on that. If you have right now, you can ask something, or is it okay?
What's the roles of the partners, or if I would propose someone, like how could I introduce this person also in what's the role as a partner or the goal?
Yeah. Do you want, Zuzana, do you want me to answer that?
Yeah, Clem, if you can.
Okay. Yeah, so basically we are always happy when someone from oikos is presenting us to a new partner, whether non-financial or financial. So there are different roles. If it's financial, is to find to get donations from the partner and collaborate with this partner in different ways. It can be done. It depends from each partner. What their needs are and what oikos needs are, etc. And then for the non-financial part is what is helping oikos to get more visibility, what is also helping oikos to answer some needs that the members have, for example. And it's also yeah, it can be the projects or in kind or just being part of networks in terms of yeah, partners that we have. That's what I'm seeing here on the slide. So for now, most of the financial partners are foundations, as you can see. But we also are contacting companies, etc. But I guess it's getting way harder those days. And non-financial is, yeah, is mainly student, other student networks or international networks like UN Prime for Principles for Responsible Management Education, or the Alliance for Sustainability Leadership in Education. So, or universities, or Goodwill is a very new one that we are collaborating with, is to bring more the career perspective in sustainability for our members. To we have a nice project coming up, being in touch with CEOs and see what are the perspective on sustainability, how they embed that in their companies, and what the impact on the employees and stuff like this. So we are trying to, yeah, answer the needs of oikos with those partners, whether financial or non-financial. So whenever you have one, for example, feel free to contact either Dana or me. I know that Paula is the vice president in charge of non-financial partners, and Mike in charge of financial partners. But if you contact either Zvezdana or me, we can redirect to the correct person within oikos. And it's always good to work with more partners. So we'll welcome new ideas and suggestions, definitely.
I see Levin had a question. Yeah.
Yes, Clem, thank you. Quick question. Again, I'm interested, like when founded, because as most of you know, August Foundation was closed last year or this year, last year I think. How things are going that direction? Because I know it's a huge move for oikos, right? And like I just answer as much, and you can share as much as you can, but just want to know how things are going that direction, because I know some of the candidates mentioned to move out from St. Gallen or something, and I don't know, like this is because I don't know how things are going there, because I see some very good donors, some new ones actually, and congratulations, this is a huge move, but how things are going when it comes to financial things because of foundation was closed.
Yeah, so basically the difference is that the foundations provided a very stable base for donors because it was always the same people in the foundation and so the same contacts, whereas now it's like every second year there is a new president and every year there is a new board, so basically things are moving way faster. However, the donors and financial partners are really appreciating the move for a simple reason, that is they like the student-led aspect of the organization that is now fully student-led, and they think it's very needed, especially since last year with the climate strikes and everything. So I guess yeah, it was good timing to do it. It's our job now to show that we can do the job in a good way, and we can do the transitions between different president and board members well. Yeah, so if you look at Partners for New Economy, it's a grant for 2 years, not just for one. So we're trying also to have on several years a Stiftung Korimbo, so it's an individual person who is part of this foundation and is also saying that he would like to give us for several years as well. So we're trying to have long-term donors, and it's still working. Even though the foundation is not there, you explained the situation. So the person giving from Korimbo was already giving during the time of the foundation, and he liked the move and is supporting us. The Partners for New Economy, for example, it's a new one, was not there during the foundation, so they don't really know the difference. So we have different aspects, and Movecha is based on projects. So each time we have to apply a new grant for a new project. So it's every year we have to reapply anyway, so they don't see any difference. So yeah, now what is maybe the main thing is we don't have this big address book of contacts that potentially foundation had, because the foundation was there for some decades and had a lot of contacts. Oikos has also, but because of the turnover, it's changing a lot. So that's why we need, for example, the alumni network, who many alumni have a lot of contacts. It's not about them giving money directly, but it's to introduce us to the right companies or to the right foundations when you can see that there would be a potential thing possible, and then we take over and see if we can make it or not. It's more, we need that introduction phase of where to find the right opportunities. We're working a lot on legal aspects also here in fundraising, because we are a Swiss-based organization, but we would like to get funds from elsewhere. And we are solving these issues in these months, like by end of June, the issues will be solved. So we would be able to be potentially tax exempted for other countries and not just Switzerland. So we're working also on those aspects to really increase the diversity of partners, financial partners, to have more funds and support better our community. Because what we need is, we really need more human resources within oikos. So the bigger we have, the bigger the staff is, the best it is for oikos impact and community. So that's what we're working on at the moment.
Thank you so much, Clem, for explaining that truly. Is there any more question for this topic of partners? Okay, perfect. So I want to talk about priorities from the oikos alumni and from local chapters. And I want to also check the priorities of oikos alumni of you. Do you agree with them? Is that something that we can share with everybody so we can see that they are overlapping? For example, when it comes to oikos alumni interested, I would say maybe mentoring, active oikos, young alumni, working with enthusiastic students, supporting and developing innovative project ideas, knowledge transfer, exchange of ideas and experience among also alumni, meeting new people who share the same values, and probably want to find out what happened to your chapter right now, or what's happening right now. Do you agree with these interests and priorities of you that you have towards maybe local chapters and also oikos international? Do you have any comments on this? You want to share something?
I want to share if you don't mind.
Yeah, sorry, hi, I didn't know you joined. I didn't say you.
Yeah, I just joined. Sorry for missing the coffee time. Hi, everyone. I hope everything is good and you're safe and sound in your countries. So I've just seen that slide in the presentation, and the point which says.
Sorry,
like
Whistle, can you maybe
yeah?
introduce yourself just quickly? Where
Yeah,
are you
sure.
from?
So my name is Vusal Abbasov, as you may know. I'm from Azerbaijan. I've been president of Baku chapters 15, 16. Then I was a part of executive board members 16, 17, if my mind is still on there. I was responsible for marketing domain and also responsible for CE region. Now I'm an alumni. I wouldn't say I'm that active alumni, but I'm trying to be one. And yeah, that's very, very brief about me.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And the question actually I'm concerned with was being in contact with the chapters, because alumni are usually people. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but alumni are usually people who are already in their professional career, somewhere maybe in the beginning or in the midst of their career development, and these people are very, very, let's say, busy. And I think it would be very good if chapters, active members who are students, they have, apparently they have more time, they would make some, initiatives to engage alumni with their projects, because I mean they need our advice maybe, or maybe our expertise in the chapter matters. So I would be very happy if there would be something, I don't know, a training to chapter members to kind of encourage them to involve oikos members, oikos alumni in their maybe chapter projects, to invite them at least, because now I'm in Baku and there've been so many projects, but never we have a contact. They never had a contact with our alumni, and we have so many alumni in Baku. So I think maybe something in that direction could be very effective in terms of engaging alumni in the chapter matters projects, not matters, but projects specifically.
Yes, thank you, Vusal. I just wanted to say that we have few ideas coming up. I will share with you that later on the presentation. And also we talked about the miscommunication between the chapters and the alumni community. Like alumni community doesn't know what's going on in the local chapters, and local chapter doesn't know how to use their alumni network. We talked about that. So we're starting to do also that kind of sessions for chapters to know how they can use alumni network, how they can benefit from it, how they can have advisory board and maybe alumni in it. We saw that during the chapter days, few chapters, I think 5 or 6, doesn't know or doesn't have advisory board or doesn't know what is it. So we are gonna do also trying to go to the chapters to show them what they can do, to show them the database they can use. And also we should also turn to alumni so we can have good communication with informing them what's going on. I will talk a little bit later, and then if you have any questions or something to add on this, any idea you can add. We are really happy to hear what we can do better or different. I'm just asking right now, do you agree with this kind of interest that you have in a chapter, local chapter, and in Oikos International?
Yes. So for me, it's really good points. I think that you listed it here. And for example, for me, besides to know what happens in my previous chapter and maybe to be asked to help on mentoring, the exchange of ideas and experiences among alumni, especially on how they are doing right now with working life, and this would be also another priority for me to know how are you guys doing in the field of sustainability related careers and jobs.
Thank you, Julia. Does anybody else wants to add something? Okay, perfect. Then when it comes to the local chapters that are interested in alumni and their priorities towards you, it goes with they want to have advisors with best practice experience, they want to have you as speakers, also as links to corporate sponsors or other contacts and other speakers. They want to maybe speak about you or possible internship or first job opportunities. Also, you can be somebody that they are following the path, like just good example what they can do, and that's really inspiring for them and for all the members. They can like look up to you, something like that, and that's really good. That's something they also want to see in their chapter and in their communication with alumni. And also living chapter history, that means if you are newly alumni or that you managed some projects that were successful or not, they can talk to you, see if the situation and environment change, so you can maybe implement those projects or now, or just to skip it, like that is a good idea to know what's going on. And when it comes to the Oikos International, when it comes to the alumni, it's we want you as to communicate with you as speakers, as experts, as also having you to contribute, to talk to us, to have good communication. We want to maybe see if you have any questions, any contacts when it comes to corporate, when it comes to sponsoring. We want to hear advices from from you to local chapters. Also, we want you to exchange ideas and experience among alumni. That's something we really want to do, and we want to help you or help each other. You have a mutual search support job for something like that, and we want to connect you. That's really important. Like, we want to make a really good network that you can share and exchange everything you want to do. And also we want to offer you the opportunities that you can do with Oikos International. So when we talk like this, if you have anything to add, we want to see that it's overlapping, and we just miss like the communication between those things and between those groups. And I would like to ask once more, do you agree with everything that is said, and would you like to maybe be more involved in those kind of points? Thank you for the thumbs ups. Okay, perfect. So I just want to talk a little bit about opportunities that goes for the alumni community. We already talked about working groups, but I want to mention it once again, because this is the way you can really have impact on what's going on in Oikos International, because you're part of the working group. You give your ideas, you're shaping what is going on in that working group, and in the same way you're shaping how the board member is going to present that. We have different opportunities, we have different roles for working groups. There are different working groups, as you saw on the beginning, but there's also different roles when it comes to how much you can be engaged. It values from 2 weeks, 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week, to 1 hour a week, or maybe just 1 hour a month or something like that, that you can just advise, or you can give your opinion on the things you have really good experience. So that's something that can help you. Also, my working group, alumni working group, didn't started this year because we didn't have enough people applying to. But I just want to stress out that being a part of working group, I would like to get your content, what we can do differently. So you're making content for yourself by being part of the working group. You're speaking about what you want to do differently, what can be changed, and all of us are doing and working on it. So my alumni working group would be a little different, because I know how much time you have and how busy you are, and so it will be more about addressing the things we need to change or how to change it, but operational things would be done by me or the other maybe volunteers that are students and have more time. So I just want to stress that out, that it would be really nice to get your inputs in a working group, and also not just in alumni working group, in every working group, because you have a lot of knowledge and experience, and it's really great if you can share it. And also it can be really flexible how much time you can give. That's really great. Like anything you can give is something we will really appreciate. Do you have any questions for the working groups right now? Okay, perfect. So meetings for alumni. Let's say this is a meeting for alumni. It's alumni weekend. Something we want also to do more. We have it's connected with alumni ambassadors, but we want to express the things that we want to share. We want to make meetings just for alumni so they can connect. That's something we're talking about: connection, exchanging the ideas, the experience. And this is one kind of it. And when it comes to international conference, we can have meetings for alumni before international conferences or after. That was the idea before this happened, to have it in Georgia. Thank you, Levan. And we are now in Georgia, let's say like that. So that is the idea. We can also create for every international conference something for just for the alumni. When it comes to the difference between international conference and meetings for alumni, meetings can be done in your region or in your city, and it's really important that, because a lot of alumni stressed out that it's really hard to go to international conference events. So the alternative to that would be meetings for alumni, and also we can do online meetings. That's something that is easier for everybody. Also, you can be featured in alumni portrait. You can share with us how oikos helped you with what you're doing now, or how it affected you. You can share where you currently are based, what you're doing, and people can all the time check it out and maybe contact you if they read something that's really interesting to them, or just if you share the same field of work or the same business. So that's something that it's really cool, that that can have help with others to engage with you. So when you put the information out there, also there's a way to be a speaker at the oikos international events or local chapter events. When it comes to that, I will talk a little bit how we want to connect the local chapters with you, but you can be a speaker also. We are currently trying also to find somebody on the topic of justice for the future lab. So if you know anybody, you can just send a name to me, or just like send me a message. We can talk about it. Also, you can be advisors in chapter. And also, as I already said, we were trying to find somebody more people from the advisory board. So if you know anybody from the alumni or from the other communities, you can just propose that, and we can think about that and maybe contact them, because I know that alumni community knows the best what oikos is really about, and how it works and what is working on. So you know what people we need in advisory board and what would be beneficial for us. So I'm stressing that out because I want to stress out that when I'm communicating to you in the groups, I really want your perspective. I just want to add that we really value your experience in oikos and your perspective and everything you did. So it's really beneficial for us to hear everything you have on my mind and you want to share. So any suggestion is amazing, and we really appreciate it. Julia, you want to add something? I see that you're unmuted.
I had a question regarding on the topic of justice. like in a legal system, or could you specify what kind of person you're searching?
Clementine, maybe you can add something on it.
For the future lab.
You said from the advisory council.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just all legal aspects of things. So we have legal in terms of HR, legal in terms of fundraising, and all those legal aspects, legal in terms of data management. We have a lot of legal aspects to take care of, and it's all linked to also, we are based in Switzerland, so we follow Swiss law, but at the same time we are international network, so it's all very much more complex because it's also linked to how it works internationally and in different on different continents or even countries. So we really need support with legal aspects in oikos.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So we need contacts of people who either know some things. I know the experts are in different fields, so HR would be one expert, fundraising would be like another expert or whatever. Either you know directly someone, or you you can think of organizations that could help us, etc. For now, we have found a pro bono support from a student organization here in St. Gallen, a law student organization, and from an international foundation also on legal aspects. But if you also have ideas of who could support us, maybe someone from the alumni community, because then the person already knows oikos and how complex it might be. So it's already a good step, so we don't have to re-explain everything each time. So that could be really useful. So feel free to always suggest ideas or names of people for whatever reasons, whenever you feel like it could be interesting for oikos to be in touch with this person, to Zvezdana, and then we can see if it makes sense now to connect with this person because we have a need, or if we should keep this contact safe somewhere, so then we can connect with this person whenever there is the need there.
Thank you, Clem. Anybody else has any question right now? No, perfect. Also, we have opportunity to be a chapter coach. That's something a little bit new. It's a LEAP chapter track that it's only 1 hour per month. So we wanted to make sure that you can do it and that it's really up to your schedule. So we also shared the call. We will share it again, but it's just 1 month, and it's about helping the chapter grow and facing the things they have on in their chapter. And also there is alumni ambassador. You can become alumni ambassador of your region or your country, depends. And you can initiate, you can be initiator for the events for the alumni. You can just call them for meetings, to exchanging ideas. And also that's something that I will reorganize in a month. We have to find some new alumni ambassadors. There will be a call, and we will make sure that alumni ambassador towards oikos International doesn't have any specific role, that I would say like that you can we can have a monthly meeting, just one, or half an hour, or just 1 hour, to just update you what's going on, or the events that are going to happen next week. Is it online, on site maybe, or what's going on currently, so that you can spread the word to your group of people, your community in your region of the alumni, and you can exchange that whenever you want, maybe with just gathering together, or with just a little alumni meeting, or creating content for yourself. That's something we also will work a little bit on to update it and organize it more, but it's something that you can be like initiator in your region for gatherings and for alumni events. Do you have any questions right now? Okay, perfect. And I just want to announce what we are going to do in a month or two. No? Yeah. First, we will do a survey. I will send, so you can expect that in month or two. It will be a survey for where are you? We want to map the alumni towards in the city. So you push the city and you know, is there any alumni there working right now? Where are you? When were you a member? Which field are you working on? Do you incorporate sustainability in your daily, in your working life? We want to find out what's happening with you, and we want to update the contact so we can have more people on the groups. That's really important because we have a lot of alumni, but we have a lot of lost alumni. We have approximately, when we around, I think, 1,000, even less people on the commonly on Facebook and on LinkedIn, and that's a really small amount of members. So we want to update contacts and find more people. So you can expect a little survey. It will not be too long. We want to start something as Alumni Impact that will be on our website. It will be about what you're currently doing, and you can share your businesses, your ideas, your like where are you making impact. You can share with us. Yeah, that can be really helpful for others, really inspiring for the members. So that's something we will implement. Also, we will update the alumni kit. It will be with more information, opportunities, and new contacts. We will try to make one link that goes to the alumni website, to the alumni webpage, that you can have all the information gathered in one place. And we want to make a bridge between oikos and alumni. Right now, I'm working on it, but I think it will be, I think, in 1 month ready to implement. We want to do something when local chapters can fill out the form with what is their project, what are the topic is, where do they need just experience, do they need advisors, or do they need speakers, and to share contact with us, something that I will share with you in the groups, so you know who to contact directly if you find yourself that you can be helpful to that project. So you can contact any local chapter. It doesn't mean if it was yours, any local chapter in the world, and you can share something you have on that topic, or maybe if it's a chapter near you, you can be speaker for that event. Also, we will make sure that we update also the database after the survey, where what field you're working on. So if we have something happening, for example, for now, Future Lab, the topic of justice, we need somebody to be a speaker, we will share and contact you directly because you shared information that you are working in that field. Let me know what you think about this, and do you have any questions, maybe more propositions how to make it better. You can also, if you don't have it right now and the idea comes up later, you can just write me and we will talk about it and try to make it better. Is there any question for now? Do you think it's nice, or do you will do something differently?
Super nice. I really like the idea of the survey. Really nice. Looking forward to fill it out and see then the solutions and the mapping. Really cool idea.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah, same here. I think it's a good idea to have like people from different sectors and what they're doing, so that you can share we can share the right news with the group, and we can get the right kind of news. So it's a good idea.
Thank you. We will adapt everything, but this is like something broader that we want to do. Sorry, I think I will have to do this. Yeah, close my window. Yeah, these are the current contact communication channels. We have a few, like we have one whole group, Facebook and LinkedIn. And when it comes to the Facebook groups, we have few based on the Asia, based on the North America. And we want to also make sure that everybody who is in that groups also is in the Facebook group, because it's really important, because mostly I share information in that group, and it affects everybody. That's something that everybody can enjoy or work. But when it comes to the different regions, that's something that's maybe more specific to that region. We have a LinkedIn group also. You can join. We will leave the links to that. Oikos International website also. I'm here all the time, so you can contact me via Facebook, LinkedIn, or via email. And we have also the alumni email that you can send also every proposition, ask questions whenever you want to do. And that's all. As a principal, once again, to make sure any alumni initiative that share the oikos values and mission is supported by Oikos International. I'm here to support you and to hear you and to see what we can do about the idea and your initiative. Do you have any questions right now?
Yes. I think we skipped the slide is who applied for presidency. Like who
Oh,
presidents. Yeah.
thank you. I don't know how that happened. So sorry for that. So guys, elections were held this 2 days ago. Yeah, and we had a legislative assembly. It lasted a long, but we went through. It was good. The candidates for the president are Mehraj Ali. He's the current president of Baku. Sophie Cherius, you know her. She was a board member for 2 years. She was also in a leap track. And Juan Alexander Oliviela Martinez, he was president of Oikos Barcelona, organized spring meeting in Oikos, spring meeting in Barcelona. And if you want to hear the results will be announced during the spring meeting 2020. So next weekend, we will announce the next whole takeover in October. Is it right? I want to also invite you to join the spring meeting next week. It will be on the topic of inclusiveness. I will share once again. I will share the call for the spring meeting, and I will share just a short intro. What is it about? But it's about inclusiveness, and it will be everything online. It was hard, but in the same time, it's amazing what the team is doing and shifting everything online. And hope to see a lot of you there. And it's easier to join, of course, because it's online. So I hope there will be more alumni that will participate. Does anybody else wants to add something? Maybe Clem or Ben?
Yeah, in terms of event, there is so as you said, the spring meeting on from Friday to Sunday next week. There is also end of April, on the 30th of April, there is the LEAP, so Leadership Open Webinar on Mental Health. It's a as I said, webinars you can attend. It's open to anyone, and it sounds very interesting. So you can check on the website the content of it, and yeah, so you're welcome to join as well. It's 6 p.m. on the 30th of April. And it will last about an hour and a half or so. It's a shorter event.
Yes, thank you. I just want to show you also a timeline 2020. So you can see what is going on with Oikos right now and will be. Also, once more, I will just want to say something about Unconference. Maybe Ben can share more. It's an event meeting for alumni. From alumni for alumni. Can you share something, Ben?
Yes, so it's a it's a participant-driven conference where the speakers are the participants, and basically we reverse the format of a conference where usually you have external speakers. Well, here the principle is that we believe that we all have knowledge in certain area linked to sustainability. And so there are a lot of slots that are 90 minutes, and anyone can register to host a slot up to 2 weeks before the event. And the last week before the event is where actually you decide which slot you will attend to, so that speakers, which are participants, can prepare. And yeah, it's organized by the alumni, oikos alumni, for the alumni community, but oikos are also welcome. What we try to do is to keep a good balance between alumni and oikos. So we aim for 2/3 of alumni, 1/3 of oikos, more or less, so that we have a lot of knowledge to share. It's also super good to network, and it will take place end of August on 21st and 22nd in St. Gallen, if, of course, the situation allows it. In case we cannot go there, we have a plan B, but that's for later.
Thank you, Ben. Is there any question?
Quick question regarding spring break. Do we need to register, or it just we can join? We need to register.
You need to register. So you can find on the website, oikos website, the spring meeting page, and there you have the registration link.
Thank you.
Just register, yeah.
Sure.
I would like to add also on what everyone said, that it's not easy to share information or to receive the information for the alumni, or for the alumni to share their own information, etc. So I want to emphasize a little bit on what Svetlana said with those Facebook group and LinkedIn group for alumni. If you know any alumni, feel free to let them know about those groups as well, because the more alumni on those pages and groups, the better, to have the information from alumni and to share the information with alumni, and to have more exchanges within alumni themselves. So I think that's very important. And we don't want too many platforms, so we chose really Facebook and LinkedIn groups to really connect and make alumni connect among themselves as well. So feel free to share those groups with other alumni you may know.
Thank you, Clem. I just want to add that this is the timeline, and I will share everything. I will share a registration form on the groups for the spring meeting. I will make sure to remind you when the LEAP Open webinar on mental health is, and where is the link, so you can connect to that. So I will share every information. You just need to follow the Facebook group and the LinkedIn group. And once again, thank you, Clem, for reminding that if you know anybody, it's better to let them know to join those platforms, those two groups, if they have Facebook or LinkedIn, or they can join both. Just receive two notification, the same one. But I will share every information that you need to know. So don't worry. And if you want, you can always check oikos international website to see what's going on with oikos also, and with alumni. Is there any other question, or maybe somebody wants to add something? Okay, great, thank you. I will stop sharing the screen. I have one more. Yeah.
I have one question. Can we find this presentation afterwards somewhere?
Yes, it will be, I will send it here on the chat, and it will be share the link also. So what's easier for you, you can have it in PDF, or you can have it in the link. And also I can share this presentation in the groups once more, so you can check it. So it will be out there. You have the contacts, Facebook group, LinkedIn group, to the things. And if you want, I can go through a little programs of oikos International. Do you want to hear a little bit of it, or it's or the events only that are that alumni are also invited should be? Oh, sorry. Okay, I don't know what happened. Okay. Hi. No.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know what's happening right now.
The
Okay.
screen is not shared.
Yeah, I see that right now. Okay, I will share my screen once more. Okay, the screen is shared now. Do you hear? Do you see? Yeah, perfect. Okay, just an overview. Here is just overview. If you have more questions about that, you can approach Paula, you can approach me, or also Clem. Just an overview. We have international meetings. It's a Future Lab, Spring Meeting, Winter School, and Summer School. We have, when it comes to the curriculum and research programs, we have a curriculum change initiative. We have academy and residence. Academy was held, I think 1 week ago, too. I'm not sure, but it was also invited, alumni were also invited to participate. It's for the students, it's for the professors, for everybody that wants to embed curriculum change. We have case program, we have a competition and collection. We have, you can also work if you're in a field of academia, or if you want to, you can work on writing cases. We have a global virtual conference. Something new is positive impact rating. Maybe Clem can add something about that. And when it comes to extracurriculum programs, we have LEAP, Advanced Chapter Track, and Curriculum Leadership Track. When it comes to chapter track, you can be coaches to chapters. That's what I was talking about. And you see the colors, what it means when it's external cooperation, chapter cooperation, local chapters. And we have chapter cooperation when it comes to the EcoMap. And of course, there are chapters that are making sure that they have their local projects and programs. And maybe if you want to hear something about positive impact rating, Clem, can you share a little bit?
Yeah, I can share about the positive impact rating. I'm not sure how much this is useful to the alumni though, but you can see yourself. So as you know, in the field of business schools, you have plenty of rankings and accreditation systems, and we wanted to really take a part in changing the way they are doing that at the moment, to embed more the sustainability perspective in there. And so Levin started to get involved in the positive impact rating, and the board following took over, and we launched it officially at the at Davos at the World Economic Forum this year, end of January. And the goal is to really have a student perspective on how the business schools are, what positive impact the business schools have on society, on the students, etc. So we have it's a survey that we're running in different business schools by student organizations to the students on the campus, and at the end it tells how students are perceiving the positive impact of their own business school. And then we're sharing the results with those student organizations and with those business schools management teams, so they can work collaboratively together to with this data that they have from their own business school, to really increase the positive impact. So that's one. And at the same time, at the international level, we put the schools in different clusters, in different groups, if they are pioneering, transforming, or just beginners in positive impact. So yeah, so that's the goal. And we are in exchanging with Financial Times, with corporate nights, etc., to see how this can be also helpful to them to transform a bit their rankings and accreditations. And it's not just an oikos project. Also, it's like it's a specific association, positive impact rating association, and it's with a lot of different organizations, international student organizations, but also UN Prime is part of it, etc. So there are plenty of other organizations involved, WWF, etc., etc.
Thank you, Clem. Just want to stress that we have newsletter, and all the information that's happening you can check in the newsletter and oikos web page, website. And also I am sharing a newsletter in the groups, and there also is a link. I can share it once more, so you can subscribe to the link and see what's happening in oikos and what happened that month. So you can see everything that is here. The programs will you will be informed what is going on, what's the stage of the programs, where maybe you can engage, and everything else. So that's all for now. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your questions. And if you have any more, you come up with some idea, just contact me. I'm here and I'm glad to hear out what you have to say and to work with that. Thank you, guys. I will stop sharing the screen, and yeah, we can go on a little break. Just a second, sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this very good presentation and for updating me. I feel now I have a better overview and know how to reach out to you and stay connected. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for that kind words. And we are a little behind the schedule, so we will have just like a break, and it's flexible. So as you saw the agenda, now it's just a break, and you have like time to ask us anything that you come up, and maybe it's something that Clem has more to say. She can add. Thank you so much for being today with us, Clem. And you can eat also, we can chat, so feel free to be yourself. And also you can just propose some things we can elaborate right now if you have any ideas.
So maybe we can welcome the 2 new people who joined during the session. I see that so Visual came in the middle but presented himself, so hi Visual.